I'm going to read three poems, kind of like Dante, only not much shorter. Um, and the first one's called After the Funeral. When you told me you needed a drink, and not just a drink like a drink of water, I steered you by the elbow into a corner bar, which turned out to be a real bar, dim and nearly empty with little tables in the back, and where we drank and agreed that the funeral was a real funeral, complete with a mass, incense, and tons of eulogies. You know, I've always considered Tom a real friend, you said, lifting your drink to your lips. And I agreed that Tom was much more than just an ordinary friend. We also concurred that Angela's black dress was elegant, but not like elegant, just elegant enough. And a few hours later, when the bartender brought yet another round of whiskeys to our table in the corner, we recognized by his apron and his mighty girth that he was much more than just a bartender. A true bartender was what he was. We decided with a respectful clink of our drinks, amber in a chink of afternoon light. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to read a poem in which the title of the book appears. And the title of the book, The Rain in Portugal, I thought it was funny because it's sort of an admission that I don't rhyme very well. And I thought that the rhyming possibilities of Portugal were much more limited than the word Spain. But since then, people have helped me out. Someone told me that the people on their honeymoon in Portugal indulge in all things conjugal. And another one was, it's okay to arrive late in Portugal, for the natives are rarely punctual. And there are a few others, but anyway. So this is the poem in which the title appears, and it's called On Rhyme. It's possible that a stitch in time might save as many as 12 or as few as 3. And I have no trouble remembering that September has 30 days. So do June, November, and April. I like a cat wearing a chapeau or a trilby, little Jack Horner sitting on a sofa, old men who are not from Nantucket, and how life can seem almost unreal when you are gently rowing a boat down a stream. That's why, instead of recalling today where it pours mostly in Spain, I'm going to picture the rain in Portugal, how it falls on the hillside vineyards, on the surface of the deep harbors where fishing boats are swaying, and in the narrow alleys of the cities where 3 boys in T-shirts are kicking a soccer ball in the rain, ignoring the window cries of their mothers. Thank you. And finally, I'd like to read this rather seasonal poem. It's close enough to that date, and it's called Thanksgiving. The thing about the huge platter of sliced celery, broccoli florets, and baby tomatoes you had arranged to look like a turkey with its tail fanned out was that all our guests were so intimidated by the perfection of its design that no one dared disturb the symmetry by removing so much as the nub of a carrot. And the other thing about all that was that it took only a few minutes for the outline of the turkey to disappear once the guests were encouraged to dig in, so that no one would ever have guessed that this platter of scattered vegetables ever bore the slightest resemblance to a turkey or any other 2- or 4-legged animal. It reminded me of the sand mandalas so carefully designed by Tibetan monks, and then just as carefully destroyed by lines scored across the diameter of the circle, the variously colored sand then swept into a pile and carried in a vessel to the nearest moving water and poured in a reminder of the impermanence of life and art. Only in the case of the vegetable turkey, such a reminder was never intended. Or if it was, I was too busy slicing up even more vivid lessons in impermanence to notice. I mean the real turkey, minus its head and colorful feathers, and the ham, minus the pig, minus its corkscrew tail, and minus the snout, once happily slathered in mud. Thank you.